Hey, I want to talk about Headspace. I'm not talking about the app for meditation. I'm talking about actually freeing up space in your mind to think. In my business, what I've usually been doing, or how I've been managing my life up to now, has been to basically just remember everything. And thankfully, I've got a good memory, and so I tend not to forget stuff. But lately, I've consulted with somebody, and a friend of mine, who's actually helped me put together a plan, put together a process inside of a tool called Asana. And basically what it is a list of tasks that are organized in certain projects, and those projects go into my main account. And basically it's just a case of whenever you've got something to do, whether it's for a client or whether it's for yourself or whether it's something personal, you just dump whatever you need to in there. So it's kind of like you're making notes of all the little things that you need to get done, big things, small things, whatever, and just being able to organize. Now, with me, I have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of stuff going on, multiple clients, multiple different types of projects, multiple people. And so, it ends up my Asana was actually a little bit of a mess. It was a jumble sale of everything. And then too, it wasn't everything that I actually had to do. It wasn't as itemized as it was or as it is now. And so what this friend of mine coached me on and is helping me with is basically restructuring or structuring the entire Asana to be able to, one, give me a space to just dump whatever I need to in there, and two, to be able to organize those thoughts, organize those steps into manageable chunks where tasks are easy to hand out to people. So we've got processes to be able to, whether we're outsourcing work or whether there's people in the team that are actually doing the work for the clients or whatever. But it's helped me create this space in my brain where before I was relying on memory, and it was almost like my phone memory was full, right? So think of your iPhone or your Android phone. You've got all these pictures, you've got all these videos, you've got all this stuff on your phone, and it's full, and you just can't handle anymore. And so what you do is you end up dumping, or you end up deleting all of that stuff, and now you've got this extra space where you have room to breathe. And it felt exactly the same way. So as soon as I dumped all my sort of steps and all my processes and all my sort of to-do things into my Asana account, and had it managed in a way that it makes sense, it's easy to follow, it's easy to track, I had this space in my brain. I had this this feeling of, oh, now I have room, now I have space to expand. And it's so funny because ideas are coming to me, these video topics are coming to me. I've got more time also because I'm not running around like I'm in a fish market. It's a pretty relieving feeling. But having said that, doing it once is not an easy thing. So what you need to do is, when you get to this point where you've just dumped everything down, and this is why people say, oh, you need to journal, or you need to write stuff down, or make to-do lists, whether it's on your phone or written down. To-do lists are great, but if they're not organized in the right way and not handled in the right sequence, it could still be a mess. So that's been my experience in the past, and now having this new process for the company has really, really helped me to figure out sort of the next step forward, to plan sort of what the next 2 or 3, 4 months is going to look like. Looking towards the end of the year and saying, oh, okay, I've got all these plans, all of this content that I want to create, these videos that I want to create, this audience that I want to grow. And it's a case of saying now, oh, okay, wait, now I've got a number of topics that I want to talk about, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I would highly recommend that you look into, or at least, it doesn't matter what tool you're using, whether it's Asana or whatever, but I would recommend you dumping all your thoughts down. Don't rely on your memory. Not to say that your memory is good or bad. It's just that, these digital tools, these to-do lists, these things go around with you everywhere, whether you're using Evernote or whatever. And it's a really great way, so making the notes might feel cumbersome, but once it's out, you've got that space in your brain to start thinking about other stuff. because you know that it's stored, you know that you've written it down, you know that you've allocated that space, you've allocated that resource to something, to somewhere else. And of course, the trick then is, from a project management or a time management point of view, is to actually go back, look at those notes, and take action on those notes. But that's a topic for another video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit the like. If you want more content, give me a subscribe. It really gives me an indication of whether you like these videos or not. And comment below, how are you getting Headspace in your life? How are you creating that? Decluttering your mind is what they call it sometimes. How are you decluttering your mind from all of the jumble that's going on in your brain? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.